Today we're going to learn the halacha if a man allowed to paint a color his hair. This shaila, it has a question from two different directions. One from Yeredeya, which is the halachas of lo yulbash gever simlas isha. It's in Yeredeya Kufay Beis. So the shaila is if that considered to be a habit of a woman to paint her hair. If it's so, that would be lechoire osur to the man to do, and that's what. But that's a pashtus aloshon in Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch says osur lelaket. That's the less halacha in Kufpei Beis halacha vov. Osur lelaket afilu sar echad lovan metoch hashchoiros mishum loyilgash gever. As we said yesterday, levush of year loyilbash gever does not mean garment only, mean any lifestyle of a woman. So according to this, if a man starts getting a gray hair and he wants to get rid of the gray hair, it look more younger, he's not allowed to do. Even one with picking one gray hair out of the black hair, he's over on loyilbash. Also, the next halacha, v'chen osur leish litzvoya saros levonos shiu shchoires. He cannot color his gray hair to become black. Afilu sa'ara achas, even with one. Okay, so they bring over there in the vice faked you could do it, meaning if you want to do black hair to white, that's not the derech. People don't usually paint from black to white, but if he wants to do that, that's not a problem. Most poskim saying that's not a, however, to paint for lechoire mashma over here, the pashtus, it's osur, but to paint from gray to black. Now, so the shaila is, that's what the shaila is brought in Zdei Chemed. There was a shaila that was Zdei Chemed brings another poisek, the shoyla meishiv, that the shaila was if sometimes there's an old bocher that he's looking for a shidduch and he starts saying that the black hair turning gray, it might hurt the shidduch if you're allowed to do it. So the shaila in this case, it's again another problem. There's a problem, like I said, mitzad yeredeh lo yilbash, it might be malbush isho, the pashtus looks like it, and there's another shaila. Mitzad choshen mishpot, you might be making mekach toes over here. You're selling something, you're saying you do something else. And that's what the Mishnah in Bava Metzia, Daf Samach Omud Aleph. The end of that Mishnah, it says, En mefarkesin lo yisa odom, v'lo yisa behema, v'lo yisa kelim. And there's a Gemara explaining the farkesing, meaning you cannot paint. You have old cow, you want it to look young, you don't want to paint it, or you have an old horse, you want to paint it from white to black, and something the odom. If he wants to paint his hair, you cannot do it. And the Gemara brings a mice over here. Pirkus the odom maihi. What's the pshat pirkus? It doesn't say, how do you know it's a paint? The Gemara says, Kihada hu avdo sabo, there was a Evet Knani, the time of Rava, the Ozal tzivei tzavei l'reisha u'ledikne. There was an old Evet Knani, and he went, and he painted his beard, his head from gray to black. Also, the Kama de Rava. He came to Rava. Omar le Zivnon, buy me as an Eved. He looks young. Buy me as an Eved. Omar le, Rava told him, no, thank you. It says in Pirkei Avos, you anim b'nei beisecha. If I want to support already somebody to help me, I'd rather give the business to my nation, to the Jews. If I have poor Jews want to work for me, not as avodim, but as just workers, I rather give them the money and rather to give it to you. Okay? Then he saw Rava is not buying him. Also, the Kamad Rav Papa Bar Shmuel. He came to Rav Bar Shmuel, he told him the same thing. Zavne. Rav Papa Bar Shmuel fell for it, and he bought him. He thought it was a young man coming, he looked all black hair. Yom Echad Omar le Ashkion Maya. One day he told him, please give me some water. He says, Evet Ozal Chivre l'Resha v'ledikne. Omar leChazer da'ana koshish me'ovuch. One time, Rav Papa Bar Shmuel asked him, give me some water. He says, Evet. He says, don't you see I'm all, the paint went away and he looked all old. He says, I'm older than your father, he says. So Kora Anavshe, Rav Papa Bar Shmuel brought this pasuk from Mishnah, Tzaddik mitzora nechlat vayova acher tachto. He says, Rava was the tzaddik, was saved from him. Rava didn't do this bad deal. I did it. I'm stuck with this evet. I can't even ask him to give me a cup of water because he's older than my father. He's an old man. Anyway, so we see from here the idea there's a shaila. It's not a shaila. I mean, not allowed to do it. It's poshut, meaning if somebody says you pretend to be younger than he is, which is they do that in the older shidduchim. They do that sometimes. They say different ages. So something weird. If you're going to go paint yourself, you're going to look. You have a black hair and you have already gray hair. You're fooling somebody. You're saying you're not. Okay, so the shaila is, like I said, from those two directions. So what you're allowed, what you're not. So mostly they deal with the Yeredeh part, Simlas Isha. Because that one I could tell you, l'choira, it's also to do like this. But let's say a bocher went, he had a gray hair, he painted himself, but he told the girl after everything looks good, you know what, I paint my hair, okay? I'm not as young as you think. Okay, at least it was honest. So that could be, that could be a shtickle, like after he convinced her that he's good, now he's telling her a little bit the truth, and she might say yes or no, fine, okay? At least he was moed b'mixas. But legabe, what do you do with simlas isha? So I'll tell you, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's a long discussion that Teichemet brings over here. So Lamaisa is like this. It is a discussion that's one posek. He wants to come up with some kind of heter. Again, that's only heter to somebody needs it. Obviously, it's the pashtus, you're not allowed to do it. It says in Shulchan Aruch, it says in most poskim, you cannot paint your hair from gray to black because it's a simlas isha. You want to say like this, the main shaila over there, if it's the Isur de Araisa or the Rabbanon. According to many poskim, it's Isur de Araisa, then there's no heter. It's similar issue. But he brings, according to some, it's Isur de Rabbanon. If Isur de Rabbanon, there's a halacha, should kvoid abriyos, you could compromise Isur de Rabbanon, should kvoid abriyos. Maybe for him, he doesn't feel comfortable. It's kvoid abriyos. It's embarrassing to him. Maybe if it's kvoid derabbanon, then you allow. Again, he goes back and forth. Lamaisa lechatchila mashma even bayim. You should not do it. If somebody really needs it, there is some kind of kav schus, and then the siyam. I'm going to bring this the siyam. The siyam vakoponim alocha psuki de letzva levonas leshchoires minatoyre osur. It's literally the Minatorah, it's also, it's Midaraisa really. The Mela, you cannot say it's Drabonim, Shuk Kvoid Abriyos. If it's Daraisa, there's no Kvoid Abriyos. And Chochma Van Eitza Van Tvuna Keneged Hashem. When he, the B'Sheol Meishiv, that's the Sefer he quoted, the Hanal. See that Gamken B'Zei Kamel and Karabelez of Ben Yaakov, which is according to Rabbi Yaakov, it's Midaraisa. They be shown B'Kiyus, so Labos of Siyam do Eno Matir. Even of this Shoel Meishiv, Mitzadet Lahotir, he says, I'm not Matir Lamaisa, he says. He says like this, if you want to find somebody going to find a heter, I'm not going to rebuke him, but I'm not matter. The mind says like this. I heard this also. Somebody said if you need to paint your hair, go this and this rabbi, he's going to give you a heter. Okay, in the dictionary, there is people know which rabbi to call for what, which heter they're going to get. So there is a kav schus for those which is really needs the heter that could call, and you might have it. Lemaisa b'pashtus halacha, it's not right because it's called malbush isha, and it's also not right because mitzad the choshen mishpat part of it, you might be misleading. You might show you're 10, 20 years younger than you are, and that's not also not. Now, the only thing I'm thinking that's broad, that if the standards of the place change, let's say a lot of men today, which is this, they're painting their hair, so possible, even though originally they started be'isu, but lamaisa, if already that's the habit change, Lamaisa, it could be maybe it's less of a problem. Again, I'm not Lamaisa, like I said, the Pashtus Halacha, it's Osur mitzad the Choshen Mishpat mitzad the Yeredeh. All I'm saying is, if people need the heter for it, they should go to somebody that know Halacha, and he might give them a heter. So the only thing is, I really wish those bochrim to get married younger before they turn the black hair to gray. And Bechlal, we should get married younger. The Chazal to 18 ben Lechupa, ben Shmones Lechupa, we would have a lot less problems, a lot less of those shilas.